Hello, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay in the EXP University series. Here to learn today. If you're new here, welcome on in. If you're a returning member, it's good to see you again. Sit on down, classes in session. We're looking at Inteleon VMax now. This was a cool deck that I saw in the Limitless Qualifier. Placed 102nd, so not in the top 100, just missed that, but did have a day 2 appearance. Inteleon VMax for 1 energy, 60 damage. Put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. And then the second attack, max bullet for 160, 2 water, and then 1 colorless. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So kind of a variety of moves here, 2 kind of different moves on this Inteleon VMax. Pretty good. It's really fun. People would think, well, Jake, Pikarom, Boltund, Toxtricity VMax, you've gone through 2 of those decks on this channel already. How does this deck excel? Well, you've got the weakness guard energy, which really helps you in those matchups. And this deck specifically by Reagan, who placed 102nd with this, put 3 of them in there, which is a little bit higher of a count. But again, you know that lightning decks dominated the Limitless Qualifier, so you got to put a high count in there. Plus, Inteleon requires a colorless energy, so it kind of works out in the end. You have the Jirachi and Dedenne engine in this deck. You also have Frostmoth to accelerate that energy. Frostmoth, a powerful card. In terms of other spicy cards that are in here, you have the Super Scoop Up. You can use Frostmoth to put the energies onto the Pokemon on the bench. Super Scoop Up the one in the active once it gets hit with something, so then it's not 2-shot, and you can kind of reset its health. Also, Team Yell Grunt. This is very good because of Hydro Snipe. You know, you can essentially put 2 energies in a single turn back into your opponent's hand, and late game, that might be awesome. Or in the sense of the beginning of the game, you're talking about something like Dragapult, that might actually be really good. Because Dragapult, if it's the non-Malamar version, I've said this time and time again, if it's the non-Malamar version, they got to put 1 energy on at a time. And so what's a better way to disrupt that than either saying, okay, put that back in your hand, or, you know, put that back into your hand through the supporter for the turn. You have to be careful though, because Hydro Snipe only does the active in terms of putting the energy back into their hand, but the Team Yell Grunt does any and all of them, so be on the lookout for that. Aside from that, you have some shuffle stuff with Marnie, some gusting effects with Boss's Orders, and you have an Ordinary Rod. No stadiums in this list though. This list opted to not play any stadiums. I know a lot of people were talking about using the Training Court Stadium from Rebel Clash to get an energy every turn out of their discard. But this list opting not to play it, instead the Ordinary Rod. And I kind of like the Ordinary Rod as well. The Ordinary Rod, you could actually get a second Marshadow, that is the Resetting Hole. If you don't know what the Resetting Hole Marshadow is, if this Pokemon's on your bench, discard any stadium card and then discard that Pokemon as well. So essentially, you could get rid of 2 stadiums in this format, and that may be all you need. Who knows? But anyways, let's stop talking about the deck. Let's go into it. But first, if you like what you see here on the EXP University series, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Our average on these videos have been awesome in terms of views, watch time. You guys are like an average all-time high by like 7 or 8 minutes on these videos, which is awesome and super cool. So thank you so much for your support. Continue watching, even if you gotta lurk it up, or I guess, is there a lurk equivalent on YouTube? I have no idea. Anyways, let's just jump into a game. Here we go. First match. I saw Psychic and Steel in the preview, so this is making me think Dragapult. We definitely want to go first with this deck. I know I've chosen a couple decks where I want to go second, but I believe that this deck personally wants to go first because we are evolving. Here we go. We only have 1 Quick Ball here. I'm thinking that we Stellar Wish before the Quick Ball. Ooh, and this guy right here, this is making me think like a Zacian, and then the other Hold on, I'm thinking about what I want to do. I want to save the super scoop ups, so I'm going to probably end up using Professor's Research next turn. So I'm going to quick ball away this. We're going to go, I'm going to go Inteleon because I have this water energy right here. Maybe I should have gone Snom, but we'll see how it goes. I just don't want to research away a ton of water energies, so we're just going to sit here and wait. But it's making me think like a Zacian deck because of this Psychic base. We'll see what it is with this quick ball, though. It could be a Dedenne, though. Oh, it is going to be Dragapult. Okay. So maybe the... I don't know why this guy is in here. Maybe for Iron Rule GX. Oh, playing the unit energy. So this is how they use Metal Symbol, the ability. If you do not know what this is, Cobalion's ability says if any of your Pokemon that have metal energy attached to them cannot be affected by special conditions. The unit energy is considered the unit energy is considered a steel energy or metal energy. So this will be very, very interesting. And then also this Ghastly, very, very interesting as well. I'm trying to think, maybe I want to go here. Maybe I want to grab this Dedenne, because I think what I want to do is I want to Team Yellgrunt back into their hand, so then they can't use the attack next turn. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to Team Yellgrunt, put that back in your hand. We're going to Dede change. We do get a Snom, which is really, really nice. We get this water energy to attach right here, and then we can Stellar Wish to grab... How about another Team Yellgrunt? Yeah, how about another Team Yellgrunt? Make you have to use the Marnie in order to get this out of our hand. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I might lay this guy down just in case they try to do like a... maybe they do get a KO somehow, some way. Not 100% sure how this works because of this Ghastly right here. But now they don't have to attach the unit energy, right? Because with the unit energy, you know, this Cobalion, they know what deck we're playing. They're like, okay, there's no special conditions in this deck. Lily for 1? Okay. Sometimes all you need is 1. So we're going to do this again. I think what I'm going to do, well, maybe I should Stellar Wish first. See what I get out of this. And I do get a Quick Ball, which is very, very nice. Let's get this Quick Ball. Let's kind of thin out a little bit. And I know they have the unit energy in their hand, so I may actually discard. I'm definitely going to put another Inteleon on the bench. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of a Research. Grab this Inteleon right here. And I think I'm going to Marnie, actually. I think I'm going to Marnie. So we're going to go here. We're going to do this. And we do get an energy. We do get a switch. And then we can go ahead and Snipe Shot some stuff. We can Snipe Shot that Ghastly right away, which would be actually kind of nice. So let's do that. Let's go into him. We can Snipe Shot. This Cobalion is going to be in the active. I've seen the idea of this Gengar, but they're going to be able to put 2 Haunters onto the bench due to its ability. But we're kind of okay with just 1. I think we'll be A-okay. There's Dragapult VMax. There's another Dragapult. Here we go, another Marnie. They're looking for a switch card. They really need a switch card for this. Here's an Inteleon VMax. That's awesome. We love that. They already have a Marshadow, so maybe they're not playing too many stadiums as of right now. But we're just going to be able to evolve right here. I'm going to attach this water energy here, and then I'm going to Marnie. This is going to be the battle between Marnies. I'm really just looking for the Frostmoth, to be honest. We're out of Pokecom, so we have to naturally draw into it, sadly. We have 2 super scoop ups right here. We're going to max bullet onto this and go boom. Hopefully we can take a knockout right here. Maybe they don't get a switch. if they do get a switch, which they kind of do with this, we're okay because we can go in and we can max bullet again to kind of chase this guy. So it ends up working out. The sad news is, though, we don't have a draw supporter currently for when this guy goes down. Ooh, they're going to go Iron Rule GX. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think how I want to respond to this. I definitely want to attach this energy right here. I may go in and try to do a super scoop up to use Jirachi because I have this escape board right here. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take him back. There's Jirachi right there. We're going to Stellar Wish. Quick Ball's not going to do anything. Oh, wait, we do have a Pokecon. Wait a minute. Do we run 4 Pokecons or 2? Okay, so we're going to get Frostmoth and attach all of the energy back onto our Pokemon. Completely busted. So we're going to get this Frostmoth. The problem is, though, that this guy right here, he's going to be able to put damage counters on. So that's really like what we're afraid of. So we gotta be careful. We gotta be very, very careful. So let's put all 3 of these back on. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to evolve right here. And we're just going to pass. Again, we have the escape board right here, so I'm not really worried. Plus, what I would assume that they would do is they would whack into this Jirachi. But I really wanted to do that just to get the Inteleon out of the active because we know it can attack. We know it can attack. Alright, so deciding to power up the VMax even more, that's going to be even nicer if we can take a knockout on this. It is currently 2-shot with max bullet, so that's really, really good. Both of them are 2-shot against max bullet, so there's the Gengar moving damage counters. Ooh, not a huge fan of that, especially when you talk about having VMAXs on the field. We do have 1 boss's orders left, so we'll see what we can do to Gust. So they're going to move the damage counters probably from the Cobalion. No, they're going to do it on the Giratina. I mean, you're still a 2-shot, but now you're effectively... Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting because they can essentially heal all of our 160 damage every single time to kind of make this wall because we can't do something like a 1-shot. So I'm trying to think. I think we'd have to Hydro Snipe onto some stuff. Or I'm sorry, not Hydro Snipe. We'd have to use Max Bullet and try to spread the damage everywhere. Put the escape board on you. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to super scoop up. I think I'm going to try to scoop up the Frostmoth. There we go. Because he's easily KO'd. Very easily KO'd. So let's go Stellar Wish now. We do have this. Actually, I would rather grab the switch for next turn. So now I would retreat into this. And then I will max bullet. I'll max bullet onto this guy to take a knockout right here. I don't know why they didn't move. Does this say active Pokemon? Oh, it just says between psychic Pokemon. Okay. Interesting. Alright, we have another Dedenne. We can opt to Dedenne change, but I don't think we should. The only problem with the method that we have currently... The only problem with the method that we have currently is that if we put Snom back down, we can't pick him back up. So here's the Mew. This is going to be probably the hardest part of the match now. Because again, Life Shaker, they're just going to put the damage counters everywhere. They may give us knockouts on something like Giratina, so then Giratina can do extra pings. That would be very interesting to see how this works in the long run. But I'm super interested. If they do knock out this Giratina and then they use Distortion Door, they can knock out this Jirachi with a Max Phantasm, which ruins my plan a little bit. But it looks like they're not going to do that. They're just going to try to spread the damage counters around as much as they can. A boss's orders here would absolutely be lovely. So it's definitely really greedy of us in the beginning to go for the thing. What am I trying to say? The Ghastly, because of its ability. But I'm curious to see how this works, or how this is going to end up. Oh, and they're just going to scoop up net something like the Giratina. Ooh, this is a really cool deck. I'm really excited to see something like this. This is a very, very well thought out deck. I have seen someone, I believe it was Little Dark Fury, had a list like this that I saw briefly. And this might actually be who this is. I don't know what their at is. We really have no good way to handle this except for boss's orders. Here's boss's orders right here. We gotta hit this Gengar. We really gotta hit this Gengar. Alright, let's go here. Actually, I'm gonna Dedenne change first. Because if I get an Inteleon VMax like this right here, I'm going to retreat into this one and hit. Here we go. We go Max Bullet. Let's see. Well, it doesn't hit the bench, so I think we just... I mean, it doesn't really matter who we hit. But taking out that Gengar is probably the best game plan right now. So here's that Inteleon VMax. Gonna hit us for 130, 150. Oof, oof. So we might have to give this guy up. Ooh, they could put a boss's orders on top. I'm not a fan of that. Especially if they have a way to draw. There's that unit energy again. I'm trying to think. So they would draw it next turn. So then they gust up. Ooh, man, they kind of have game unless we can... They have game unless we can do... Whoa, wait. Well, they just put it back into the deck. That's not going to guarantee that they have it. But if they do have boss's orders next turn, they could ideally set up a checkmate scenario. Almost. So there goes Jirachi. Sorry, little Rachi. But what I think we have to do is we got to team Yellgrunt this one on the bench. Because I think what he's going to try to do, is he's going to switch into this one to create that wall effect still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to team Yellgrunt. I'm going to put this back into the hand to force you to either hit me with Shred or or let this guy die, and you can let this guy die. So maybe attach. How many water energies am I down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just about all of them. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. That means I have one more energy left in the deck. I'm just going to have to go in with a max bullet, I think. Maybe look around, see what's going on. I don't want to put anything squishy down because I don't want him to take more prizes. We don't run things like reset stamp or anything. But we'll go ahead, we'll max bullet. Doesn't really matter where the damage goes. But now we force him to either A, use this Dragapult, or B, take a knockout here, which would effectively kind of win us the game. Or at least that's how I see it right now. Especially because we have this guy powered up on the bench. I'll have to look at Little Dark Fury's YouTube later in the week. Because you guys can't see it, but this is what this person's name is. I usually don't show the names, but if any of you guys know, let me know. Because I usually don't pay attention at all to other people's in-game names. But I'm curious how this is going to go. Are they going to red knuckles me? Don't tell me you're going to red knuckles me. What do you do? What do you do going forward, though? So you red knuckles, you do it for 10 damage. We don't have Eldegoss or anything like that, and we only have 2 bosses orders, so they're both in the bin right now. So I'm thinking what I need to do is just go ahead and max bullet. Like, I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what their plan is right now. Maybe they're waiting to draw into the... Well, even then, like, even if they got boss's order... Okay, so they have a wall right here. Again, no gusting, so... Let's see, if Shred does 60, then we'll have 60 HP left. It's close. It is definitely close. But yeah, maybe if I were to ever make changes with this list, maybe use something like an Eldegoss. Because Eldegoss could be super, super nice, especially when you talk about late game with this deck. And I mean, an Eldegoss right here, like, an Eldegoss would just kind of like win us the game. Alright, so here's this. They definitely have boss's orders now if they don't already. They definitely have boss's orders now. They're looking in their deck, see what they can get. Probably, I saw a rare candy in there, so they probably have another rare candy to be able to move the damage counters. And if they can get that Gengar off, super, super bad. Oh man, but if I team Yell Grunt, then they just retreat. They just attach retreat, hit into this. I guess I have to try to bank on that. I mean, I don't know what else that I can do at this point other than to whack and just really hope that you don't have that rare candy or you don't pull into it. I'll give him the little sad face. I'll let him know. I think I know that this is the end. There's the rare candy right there. There's going to be moving all of that health from the Pokemon. No Marty in my hand right now. Very sad about that. Into this guy. If you have boss's orders as well, you can win because all you got to do is hit. But yeah, I just can't deal with this at this point. because he's going to take a knockout right here, assuming that there's no boss's orders in his hand. It's one of his last 2 cards. Yeah, we can't chase that guy. Here we go. We're going to stick it till the end. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get lucky somehow, some way. There's boss's orders. GG's to my opponent. I'll say well played before they knock me out. Cool deck by them. Cool deck by them. We were super close. Super, super close. But man, I don't think that Inteleon, although teched against Dragapult a little bit with those Team Yell Grunts, I don't think it's teched against that Gengar right there. So alright, here we go. Let's go into a second game with this deck. Let's go into a second game. Try to showcase 3 games to you guys every single video, at least of each deck profile that I do, including misplays, losses, things like that, because I want you guys to learn just as much as I am when playing this deck. Okay, so we do have 2 Jirachis, which is very, very nice. Plus they have a mulligan, so we'll be able to see at least 1 more card. Okay, so this is looking like maybe like a Baby Blounce type deal. Baby Blounce, not 100% sure how we beat Baby Blounce, to be honest. I guess we got to stay ahead with the Inteleons, because it's that weird trade-off of like you could hit them with the Baby Inteleon, or I'm sorry, the Inteleon V, but then the Inteleon VMax. Hold on. I'm thinking, chat. I'm thinking. This is what we need. I don't know if I really wanted to Dedenne turn 1, though. I don't think Team Yell Grunt's going to be that prevalent in the matchup. We only have 2 other quick balls. We do have Pokecom that we could maybe hit into. I think I might want to grab a Snom, actually. No, I don't have any sort of draw support in my hand. I'll go Dedenne. We can switch into this Jirachi anyways. So we're gonna go here. Stellar Wish, nothing from that. Okay. Okay, so it's a good thing we grabbed that, I guess. We're gonna go right here. We're going to Dedenne change. We do have Ordinary Rot, so we can get Frostmoth. We can get Inteleon back later if we so choose. And we don't grab a single energy. We can, though, Super Scoop Up. We can get this Jirachi back, put it down, and then retreat into it to get off another Stellar Wish, though. And look at that, Pokecom or Professor's Research. We already have a ton of Professor's Research in our hand. So honestly, I don't even want to grab either of these, because I don't want to throw away 3 Research, because look at that, we already have 2 in our hand. I don't want to throw away a Pokecom because we're going to need it later to grab the Pokemon that we need. So I think I'm just going to fail it. And I'm just going to have to pass. We already used up our retreat. So I think this is the best call. Unfortunate we couldn't get an Inteleon down turn 1. Or even a Snom. But that's just how it is. I say this a lot, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Okay, so this is going to be Cinderace. I'm curious to know if this is going to be the Cinderace VMax straight deck profile, or this is going to be more of the Firebox version that we... This is going to be more of the Firebox version that we discussed here on the channel. This was a list that placed top 64, I believe. I believe it was like 55th. Overall in the 3rd Limitless Qualifier. Very, very cool deck in my opinion. I feel like Cinderace is a pretty cool... it's a pretty cool deck, and they're just gonna knock out this Jirachi. Sorry, Jirachi. 07s in the comments down below for that little guy right there getting crimson legged. Oh my gosh, we have a ton of energies in terms of weakness guard and stuff. I think I'm just gonna have to... I'm going to Stellar Wish first. We do get a Quick Ball, which is super, super nice. I'm going to take this out and put a Water Energy on. So we'll go here. We will go Inteleon, attach the Water Energy to it. We can get Snom possibly later. So we go here. I think what I want to do is I want to super scoop up the Dedenne and save a supporter for like a Marnie for extra draw support. Because no matter what... Okay, so we're just going to have to use that. My thought process was no matter what, we're going to need it. So here's that. We do have another research in hand, which is really cool. We also have this Jirachi. I think that we should go into it because we're not attacking this turn. Go here. Nothing aside from 4 water energies. And I think I would Pokecom for a... I think I would Pokecom for the other Frostmoth, to be honest, because technically we have more Inteleons in the deck right now than we do Frostmoths. So let's just go ahead and pass it away again, because once again, like, we're not going to be able to do much. I don't want to Snipe Shot because this deck is very capable of hitting 200. Okay, so they're going to bring up Inteleon or Dedenne. Probably. Oh, no, not my little Snom. Not my little Snom. Don't do this to him. Don't do this to him. All right. So they're going to need to find a way to switch. There's Pokegear. That doesn't help you switch, thankfully. Maybe you already have it in hand. Yes, you do. Okay, bye, Snom. So I think now the game plan should be just evolve into Inteleon VMax and then Professor's Research. Maybe after my Stellar Wishes. Because these scoop ups are going to go to waste, and we're going to throw away so many scoop ups, all of our super scoop ups. So that's going to feel really, really bad. But see you later, Snom. Hope you have a great day today. We're going to go into this Jirachi. Actually, I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to go into that one first. Oh, and we just got the Frostmoth too. That was the top deck. Little sad. But you know what? That's how it is. That's how it is. Okay, we're going to Stellar Wish. See what we can get out here. Pokecom, I think I'm going to leave it because I don't want to waste that stuff. We are going to try to Super Scoop up. Nope. Yes. Okay, we're going to scoop this guy up. We're going to do this one. We are going to Stellar Wish. We're going to get this Quick Ball. I'm going to throw away this other Jirachi here. And I'm going to grab another Inteleon. Just kind of thin the deck out. Right here. We only have 1 VMAX left. And that's going to be for this guy right here. So keep him alive at all costs. We do have the boss's orders right here. We do have another... The only thing is we don't have a switch card. We don't have any sort of draw support going on. So what would the best play be? Would it be to Snipe Shot one on the bench? Maybe it would be to Snipe Shot one on the bench. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this guy down as well. I'm going to retreat into this guy. And then I'm going to Snipe Shot this one here on the bench. Because a max bullet takes a KO. A max bullet takes a KO. So... that kind of just sets up... kind of sets up for some other things later. Possibly. So here's going to be the big kahuna. The good news is Max Bullet takes a knockout on him. So that's very, very nice. We can also gust this one up. Eldegoss for the welder or the boss's orders. Are they going to hit into this Inteleon VMax? I bet they will. No, they're going to hit into my Snom again. Stop bullying him. Stop bullying. Goodness gravy. Jeez, max pyroballing my snoms. So that's, I mean, that's really good for them because that is the acceleration then. And they're just straight up bullying my guy. Straight up bullying him. I probably should have evolved this one maybe. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to go right here. I think I'm going to boss's orders up this one right here because it is, although it has free retreat. We'll see what we get off this Stellar Wish. Maybe Team Yellgrunt. No, I think boss's orders is probably better. Can't knock anything out, that's the thing. Do we try to get something stuck? All they need to do is like weld her onto it. If we go in and do a Hydro Snipe though, like a Team Yellgrunt Hydro Snipe combo, it makes it a little bit harder. Plus then they can't counter. So let's go into here. Let's do this. And then Hydro Snipe to take out an energy from there. So you're going to have more energy. I know they will. But at least now with a counter, it doesn't KO us. Here comes Welder onto the active. Retreat into Jirachi? Yep. Let's see. Go get a quick ball. They don't have Heatran yet. They probably will get Heatran here soon. Max Pyro Ball right there. Does 190. A 2-hit KO, but... oh boy, look at that. Here's our other Frostmoth. Trying to think what I should do. They can get energies very, very easily. If I attach up here, attaching up there would not do anything, but I can't let this guy die, so I have to retreat him. So I guess I gotta go down into this Jirachi right here and then attach next turn. So Stellar Wish, we do have switches, which is really nice. I think I want to use that instead of the Professor's Research. But I think I'm going to have to leave him in the active. I don't want to see him go. I don't want them to hit into this guy, because then if they hit into this guy, it's pretty much game for us because we can't accelerate energies fast enough. So what we have to do is we have to hit this one with a with the max bullet. We got to bring this guy up. He's going to reply with a max pyro ball, but that's fine. We're totally okay with that. I'm going to attach right here. Yeah, and I think the 60, I'm wondering what 60 should go on the bench. Maybe this guy? I mean, we one-hit KO him. So is that really worth it? Maybe we go into the Eldegoss. Because we one-hit KO this, we one-hit KO this, we one-hit KO this, we one-hit KO this. Maybe go into this Eldegoss. Oh, wait, no. If I went into the Jirachi, I could have game next turn. Oh, this is the saddest timeline. Okay. So this is bad. We still have this Inteleon though. So we still have options. They can only hit for 300 on a Heatran GX, which is good. But yeah, if I hit into this Jirachi, we could have game next turn with boss's orders. So that's a huge misplay, because some people might think like, oh Jake, they're just gonna try to run away. You know, they're gonna stay this right here. Oh, is this a boss's orders incoming? This is a boss's orders incoming. So in the end, it didn't really even matter. Probably could have Marnied. And not worried about that. But, you know, that's just how it is. I think we played the game. I think we played this game decently well. I mean, the end result didn't matter too much, but it's still something to keep in mind. Because all they got to do is just retreat. All they have to do is just retreat. All they have to do is just retreat. All right, we'll scoop it up. All right, let's move on to the third game. Hopefully we can collect a win with this. All right, here we go. Final game of the video. Looking for that win. This is a good deck. I mean, if you can qualify day 2 in the Limitless Qualifier with like 1,000, almost 1,200 people, I think the last one had. This is a good deck. We just got to figure it out. We got to hit some matchups. And we gotta not get bosses ordered. Okay, so this may be the same exact deck that we just faced. But they're looking at us. They know that we have a water deck. They're like, oh no, a water deck. But we'll see what they're playing. They're playing Baby Blacephalon with the Pidgey. So very interesting. I think because of the Inteleon VMax right here, I'm not going to Dedenne. I'm going to first Stellar Wish before I do... Well, I'll attach the energy right here. But I need to Stellar Wish. Do find Quick Ball. Quick Ball's really cool, but what do we grab off of the Quick Ball? I don't really want to grab the Inteleon. There's not a ton of cards that I really want to discard, but I want to get a Snom down, whether that's through the Pokecom. And maybe also the option of a Dedenne. So actually, maybe I will just go into this. So let's see. Definitely get the Snom, because if we're Dede changing, definitely for sure. We have one Inteleon prize, so maybe we don't want to get rid of this one. We want to put it on the bench. We'll get rid of the Professor's Research. What am I thinking? Oh, geez. Snom. Yeah, because we're not going to be using this turn 1, so that's perfectly fine. I'm just tripping. Let's see, we go to Jirachi, put this Inteleon down. We're going to have a full bench after turn 1. I'm going to try to Super Scoop up. Nice. We're going to grab this guy, promote this guy, put this guy down. And then we will Dede change before we Stellar Wish for this next time. Pretty efficient turn so far, I feel like. Seeing the deck a lot. We do have the escape board, so that's really, really good. 2 Team Yell Grunts in hand. That doesn't really matter with Baby Blacephalon because of Welder, in my opinion. So we go here. We see Scoop Ups. But I think I'd rather Marnie this hand, because Marnie is pretty powerful against Blacephalon, even though they're playing Pidgeotto style. They can only get so many Pidgeys out at once, right? Or they can't get any Pidgeottos out turn 2. That's what I meant to say. So I think I'm going to go... Actually, I think I'm going to grab this switch. Because then with the switch, I can go into another Stellar Wish next turn. So like I can retreat into this guy because he still has a Stellar Wish. I can attach the escape board to him. Retreat into this guy right here. And then Stellar Wish into... Quick Ball's not really going to matter. Super Scoop Up possibly. I could scoop this guy out of the active if I really wanted to. I think I'm going to grab Quick Ball. And I'm just going to try to thin the deck. Here is this. We'll grab another Jirachi right here. Because we're probably just going to research it away. And then if we hit a Pokecom, we have a Pokemon here to go get like Frostmoth or something. So we'll just pass right here. So we'll see what my opponent has for this turn. So there's an attachment. They do get to Welder this turn. So we'll see. They do have Pokegear. If they have energies, I would think that they... Ooh, whiffing the Pokegear. That's not what I like to... That's not what you like to see. Oh, and there's an energy right there. Yikes. Yike-a-roonies. Well, that's fine. We can go here to this guy. We do top deck a Marnie. I don't think I really want to use it too much. Stellar Wish to go. Ooh, no, we can Quick Ball to thin out a little bit more. Maybe grab Dedenne. Dedenne actually wouldn't be terrible. We know they don't have Welder. So, trying to think. Super Scoop Up. No, I think Quick Ball might be the play. So let's do this. Let's put you down. Let's do this. I'm going to switch into you. I'm going to Quick Ball this to go. We can't Dedenne. We have to research. So let's throw away the other Jirachi. Why not? And I think I'm just going to Stellar Wish. I think I'm going to Stellar Wish away. It sucks to throw away the switch, but I feel like we'll be okay. If I go Inteleon VMax right now, I can take a prize, assuming that I Super Scoop Up and hit that. So I think I go for that, personally, because the Super Scoop Up can possibly pick him up. So we're going to evolve right here. I'm going to Stellar Wish. We are going to find that switch that's super, super nice. No Frostmoth yet. I opted to not get the Frostmoth. I think that's probably the better idea right now. That's probably the better idea right now. But we are going to Hydro Snipe. We're going to hit for weakness. So for a knockout. This deck can pop off, though. So we really... Oh, and we have to put this into their hand? That sucks. I did not know that we had to put it into their hand. Huh, that is very interesting to note. Now they have Airmail as well as an option to Heat Factory, especially if they find a Welder. They can Welder for... They probably don't want to Welder for one with this deck, ideally. But an energy right there. Welder. I'm definitely going to max Bullet, though. Because if I can max Bullet, I can take a knockout and hit this guy. And they're just going to scoop right then and there. They kind of didn't hit the Welder there, which is totally what we need. You want to stay ahead with that. You want to utilize the weakness in that matchup. Interesting thought of using, or of going back to the original Baby Browns with the Pidgey. I mean, that might not be the original, but you know what I mean. That's an old-fashioned way of using it before Rebel Clash. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Check us out at twitch.tv/atrociousgameplay. We are doing a big giveaway tomorrow on Thursday. PTCGO Stocks.com supplied us with 50 Rebel Clash codes. 50, and they're all going away to one person. Go check us out over there. You can enter into the giveaway. It's completely free. All you got to do is follow. So I guess it's not technically free because you got to give your time. But anyways, again, thank you so much for watching. We're doing 2 videos every day in this series this week, Monday through Friday. So 10 videos total, 10 deck profiles. I'm super excited. We got a cool lineup for you guys, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. So remember, we're not very good at video games, but we have a fun time doing it. I will see you guys later, alligators.